Hello, welcome. Today, I will. The button search not working. I'll be chasing bunnies because this child likes to kidnap bunnies from their homes, which is pretty weird. So I'm gonna get a new rule. Oh, I've actually seen this, haven't I? Oh no, this is a different variant of one I already saw. Or the other room had a different section here. So I need to remember the basic rules. They will run in tunnels till they're, safe. It's left first, then right. Or straight, then left, then right. Pretty funny one, honestly. And I have a pickaxe that I can use to break some objects. If I put this here, it will know to turn right here. I think if I place that, yeah, because it can't see it at this intersection, so it keeps going, and it's forced to continue on its path. Well, if there's no exit, I'll have to make my own. So I can create exits. Which will now... Oh! Okay. So now I just go up and down to capture... Nope. I want to go up. To capture all the bunnies. Which again is kind of... weird. Okay, but then... I need to figure out... Yeah, I can't go there, so I can't enter either of those directly. Which means that I just need to continue down the path. Ah, and those floors can't be dug. Okay. Probably could have planned a better place to land, but... Pretty sure that's... Oh yeah, I don't have a trap. But I do have... Oh, I don't get the shovel back. Interesting. So if I reset this level... It doesn't do that. If I go back to the surface and make my way back down... Which would be kind of a pain, but... If I dig down there... Oh, it also... Oh, I didn't get one at all. Okay. I never had a shovel. Fair enough. That's an interesting... thing to know about how this works. It will break the objects beneath. If it can be broken. Doesn't look like there's anything far down there that I can tunnel to. That is not a place to catch a rabbit. I could drop down over here somewhere. So that's the reset button. Okay, the bats in the walls are a little funny. Particularly when it was down here. There's just an extra level to think about here. Because this looks like they want me to drop the rabbit from up above. Down. Yeah, they're smart enough about that. Because there's no rabbit on this level. Oh, hello. Huh. That makes sense. Oops. I go here, I can't get anything. Oh no, you should never worry at all. The other stuff is more important than watching somebody chase a rabbit. I don't know what specifically could have done that would be new. I'm assuming there was there could have been some sort of newer news of some context, or is it just generally? Interesting. So if I went back up a floor, I could break 2 blocks. What blocks would even be useful? Because I know this one doesn't help. Because I don't know. To me, on a broader level, the I'm gonna say quote unquote video game industry has not had it's not had my trust in a very long time. Just individual. Oh, you can generally count on 3D Mario games being pretty good type stuff. Can I convince it to fall down here? I don't think so. Probably should spend less time running around doing nothing so I can rewind more effectively. That's what I want. I want to be able to go up the floor. So I can dig these locations, I could theoretically dig the one to the left. If I dug 2 to the left of here, it would be there, and that is useless. And I think the same can be said over here. Yeah, 2 to the left would do nothing. Okay, curious how that would behave then. These are just down there. These are here to the right, up and down. So this and the middle are the only ones potentially relevant. These 2 are the only ones that might matter. Like all the, like, more general going-ons, or the, more American goings-ons. I mean, like, I think I get what you mean, because, like, I do think there's a, logically, it matters what's going on in the world, but until it affects you, there's less, you know, or until or unless it affects you, there's less impact. Like, the news of the South Korean Prime Minister is mostly just, that's kind of interesting, but it doesn't really impact most of the world immediately, at least, but it does impact them. But it just becomes a piece of information instead of being super impactful. Can I get down there? No. Okay. Because I can't land on the bunny because it's to the right. Millefeuille. The dessert. Which makes for an interesting name. Breaking this will not help. Yeah. I'm not particularly worried about Title Update 2 specifically, but I do understand mostly what you mean. Well, honestly, it's basically just hunting the new monsters, and that's kind of it. If they have cool gear, make the gear, but other than that, hunt the monsters, maybe worry about seeing if I can beat the Arc-Tempered within a challenge time, and that's about it. Yeah. I'm not even focusing on Title Update 2, like it's tomorrow, well, tomorrow I guess. But what do I even want to do here? I've lost myself. I don't know what to do there. Okay. You can't land on a rabbit. That's fair enough. Seems justified. Where can I trick this rabbit? I can block this off, but then I can go there. I can block this here. But then it will cut down there. But if I go up, I can break more things. Tomorrow? Like tomorrow, 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 like different specifics. Tomorrow. I guess I have a t instead of tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I mean, I imagine it's a fairly, like, studyable word. Just because it is used so much. If I go back in time, if I dug here and there, you bet a lot of historical figures. Tomorrow. Yeah, you have more. You have an ah instead of an o. Oh yeah, that's never gonna work. Okay. Tamara. Oh wait, that's never gonna work either. That's silly. Okay, fair enough. Like, it's always kind of, like, pronunciation's such a weird and varied element. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to get it to the left, am I? Without doing like that, but then I can't do what I wanted to do. Okay. Where do I want to have it run left? I don't think I can with how I'm setting this up. Oh, actually, if I just... Okay, I think I know what to do. I mean, I think... Oh, I forgot they get fully stuck. Whoops. Been a bit. I think a lot of the weapons, like... Switch Axe in Gen U, basically, you know, with how I've played it, turned into just running... There's basically one choice when it came to like the skills or whatever they're exactly called. There's not much variety. You just use energy charge to always keep your energy up. And then the sword is kind of, the gauge becomes somewhat irrelevant, which is kind of silly. I don't know what to do here. When am I gonna do title update 2? If it's, you know, assuming, you know, it releases, what, like midnight-ish today. Then it will be tomorrow. I'm not actually sure though. I mean, if it's the 30th, but at like midnight tomorrow, then that just won't work. Yeah, I'll start at the same time, probably. Like, unless something causes an unavoidable delay. I have a pickaxe that I can use somewhere in here. I guess I use it right there. Except I already got the bunny stuck, so that's not gonna work. What do you mean, like, there's been a few people? Like, Zosit, Minor Dwarf 12, and a few other people in Deep Rock. Whose usernames here I don't remember. What is this level? Oh, because there's another place I can potentially land. Ah, but I can't land at the bottom or top right. Which means that I have to go here if I want to go further. But I don't have to do it in the order. I have to get the bunny first. Which I really don't know how I'm gonna get this bunny. Unless it's a case of there, shovel, drop down, return, there, shovel, drop down, return, there, shovel, drop down, return. It does run away before I can do anything. Okay. Interesting. So if I do it here, though, it can't run from me. I mean, I think Twilight Princess is relatively linear. No, there's a couple points where you can get stuck, right? Well, you might not remember because you would get lost. You're thinking you're gonna get lost, but I can only remember maybe 2 or 3 zones where you can just get lost. Or like not know where to go. But I don't remember particularly well. I just felt it was somewhat memorable. What happens if I do this? It ran down. Perfect. I mean, I think if you know the story beats, there's certain elements of the story that I think knowing how it will go will just be difficult to re-experience, which is kind of a shame. Because I think Twilight Princess had some like solid beats to its story. I mean, I think they should make more. Though, I mean, I've not played it, I've not seen much about it. The Echoes of Wisdom kind of, my impression is that it kind of went in the direction of the more traditional, puzzly, dungeony designs. I got tricked. By myself. Yep, I knew that would happen. It's like, I think maybe if they made like... Oh yeah, I forgot. If they made more like off games, kind of. Because yeah, I do think more focused games would be nice. Like, I would enjoy more games that were like Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, still kind of open. Ocarina of Time and that. Like, that type of stuff would be nice. I think sticking with just the Breath of the Wild formula would be a little... I think I would find it kind of dull. Because there's not, like, they could maybe use it as a way to have... Like, if they did the big formula, but they actually included classic, like, more dungeons. Like, there are dungeons in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but they're very open, kind of. Like, they're not as structured puzzle-wise, which would be... I think they could mix the two more than they have. Oh wait, no, it'll just run up. This won't work. I mean, if it goes there, it'll run up here. Then I walk here, it'll run over and up. Actually, what does this lower level even look like? It looks fairly restricted. But I think, like, if I wouldn't be shocked if they do, like, mixed, like, maybe a main, whatever, main is subjective, main, like, big open world-esque Zelda game and a more contained semi 2D version. I guess that's the big thing that would separate like Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess and them from the Echoes of Wisdom, where the Echoes of Wisdom isn't a 3D, like it's 3D graphically, but it's not like a 3D game. So it's more like Minish Cap, or that is the only one that comes to mind, because it's, you can't really compare much to like the Zelda Legend of Link, whatever the first game was, because that does not share much aesthetically. That is, yeah, like A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds as well, like the and I would say Link's Awakening, but that also had a remake that is in the same style, so it felt weird. But like that style, that like 2D, relatively limited style, has a different feel to the 3D. Though A Link Between Worlds doesn't move on a grid. And I don't know how the Echoes of Wisdom moves. I guess I'm really thinking about the grid movement, but I can't break any of this. I could trick it to run to the left and then do nothing with that. I couldn't trick it into a usable location, because this wall is too wide. If I had this broken and that, yeah, I can't get the bunny over there because it runs there. In theory, I could do that. Then it will just run in circles. If I did this, I could get it down there. Then I can't do anything with that. I wonder if they could do anything with the various, like, kind of weird DS ones. Which, they're weird because the controls are built around the DS, which makes it kind of a different style to it, into the gameplay. But they probably don't lean into that. Well, yeah. I mean, I think conceptually, like purely from a concept, thinking of concepts, it's probably a lot easier to be like, to think up action set pieces than planning puzzles and stuff. And I think maybe I'm misremembering. Skyward Sword definitely felt more action heavy, if that's what you mean by more Skyward Sword Twilight Princess than Ocarina of Time. Mostly because the memorable things about those is that, well, at least Skyward Sword, one of the memorable things is that the controls were pretty bad because the Wii Motion Plus did not work the best. Like, I think Skyward Sword had very, well, the Ocarina of Time and maybe less Majora's Mask did have very broad puzzles, particularly like the Water Temple, where with all the maneuvering of the water levels. Just do this for a minute. So that stops that. This will just run back and forth, obviously. Yeah, so the carrots don't get prioritized. That's not... yeah, this is nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's a total bunch of nothing. There's a few memorable puzzles in Twilight Princess. Sliding block puzzles in the ice area, and the Dominion Rod from Twilight Princess with the hopping statues puzzle was always a nightmare. I think I played that puzzle several times, and every time it ended up with looking up a guide. If we were to break this, is there a way that I could convince it to run down there? I'd have to scare it. This would scare it into here, and then it would always go up. I'd have to be able to block here and here, which is not possible. If I could have this... okay. Yes, because the issue is I can't convince it to run downwards. Which means that I can't... without putting a shovel there, I can't do that, which means that I can't convince it to go where I need it to go. When was the last time a Zelda game had like a I don't know if it's technically always a romantic interest, but a non-Zelda female lead character. Like Twilight Princess had Midna, which was sort of different, but like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, there was kind of no other characters because you're just roaming the wild, but Zelda was there, kind of. I guess Skyward Sword had Fi, but she's just your sword. It's not... It doesn't have... At no point does it have any of the same element. I'm just thinking of like, is it Marin? And the switch up fake out from... The fake out from... It could be Phantom Hourglass. It could be Wind Waker. Where the pirate is like, oh, it's just a different pirate girl. But it's actually Zelda or whatever. Let's just reset this level. Oh yeah, because it will always run down there. Okay. Yeah, it's probably Wind Waker. There's weird stuff about the DS games and their setting, where like one of them is all about trains, and it's called Spirit Tracks, appropriate name. Because that's what I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Phantom Hourglass had a boat. Because you sail and you can draw on the little screen to mark where the stuff you're looking for is. Phantom Hourglass. But like, Phantom Hourglass is a sequel, like, direct sequel to Wind Waker? Or something like that? Tetra. Yes. Tetra is in Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass, so it is the same character in both. So both are true. Oh no. I'm pretty sure Phantom Hourglass is explicitly a sequel. Yes, it's a direct sequel. And you get a magical hourglass that controls time? To some extent. Of course, I'm making an assumption that it controls time because it's an hourglass, but... Yeah. And then after Phantom Hourglass, I think the game that followed it, which might have been Spirit Tracks, was in that new land that they found. But I know nothing about Spirit Tracks because I didn't have a friend that had a copy of it that I could even explain the whole context. Like, I'd have sports competitions that I would attend, and you know, a lot of time is spent sitting around where technically you're supposed to be watching the other people on your team. This is a single player, not a team sport, but you have a team because you're all from the same, you know, sporting club, sort of. Club feels weird to call it, but instead you just sit around doing whatever you felt like doing. Oh no, this was a friend who had a DS, or probably DSi, or DS whatever, playing it. And all that I really got from it was the whole puzzle map. The puzzle treasure map mechanic. Well, I guess if I grab this, I can place it where I want it. And yeah, it was a good way to kill time waiting for my time to have to do sports. Okay, that's not gonna work. I need to do that. Move up to go here. They had a copy of what, like Battle. Oh, what's the? They had a remake of it, the Star Wars Battlefront, on like PSP. One of the ultimate dead consoles. Okay, so I definitely can't get there easily. Not. Oh, those are just random pillars. Okay. And then I can't go down because I can't. They're just aesthetic. I mean, I have, honestly, I've tried to emulate the games. I mean, I have a new 2DS that actually has a copy of it on it. But it's just a very awkward game in a few ways because it's just weird controls compared to what I would be used to. Okay, so I can pick up a trap from the center. I kind of also hate that it's called a new 2DS because, oh, I have a new 2DS, or I have a refurbished new 2DS. It's 2DS, I don't know if it's an XL, I don't know what the terms are. They're all very silly. So I need to grab the trap, which means I want to dig here, because that will let me grab this and move. If I break the space to the left of me, it would run left, then down. If I could convince the bunny to run straight up here, that would be pretty easy. Oh yeah. I mean, people have had a lot of time to mess with that game. 1, 2, 3 more? I should be able to get it to run towards the center, but that won't solve the issue. I mean, probably not. I'd be shocked if they actually were able to make it control well while still being able to call it Ocarina of Time. Oh. I didn't actually expect that. I should have expected that. Well, yeah, I mean, I do not understand the complexity involved, but oh, I'd have to break that first. Oh, okay, this is actually pretty good. If I dig here, break there, dig, that might not be the right place. Yeah, it needs to be one to the right. I only have, oh, actually no, I can do this. Perfect. I'm admittedly making this. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Okay. I'm making assumptions, but I mean, if given enough time, I assume people could successfully make most of the common Zelda enemies. Oh, did I technically finish the game? Oh, I did. Weird. And you mean custom bosses that are more than like, ooh, there's 2 King Dodongos in this room or something, or 3 King Dodongos in this room. Like custom, you know, enemies. This is the buddy from the Forgotten Bunburrow, right? Yes. But no matter how long they've been in there, it doesn't seem like they forgot how to flee humans. Meh. Talking about fleeing, why do you always freeze up, waiting for bunnies to end their movement before moving again? Like, if you just kept running, I figured you'd have far less trouble catching them. Out of politeness? Right? You're extracting them from their natural habitat to add them to your collection. What politeness are you talking about? The bunnies like being caught. It's just that they have an attitude about it, so I make sure to follow some rules not to upset them. Ah, that's funny. I explored everything. I'm glad you didn't. I can break this to you. You didn't. More buns. More buns. But where? Unsure. But I messed around with my bundar, and there's definitely more below what you already explored. You had a bundar this whole time? I'm not giving away the bundar. I want the bundar. I'm not giving away the bundar. I want the bundar. I'm not giving it away. I want it. No. I want it. No. Meanie. Fun. Look how many babies. I guess it's surprise time. Can you close your eyes? Give me a sec. Ta-da. Little computer to help you in your baby bunny's hunt. Looks old and dusty. I could have scrubbed the screen using a bun, but I don't think you would have enjoyed that. Goofy game. Bun system. Bunny catching system. All buns reserved. Press save B. Okay, usual loading. So this is saying where I have got them. Huh. Funny. Oh, just... It doesn't have games. Can you install that one with the little guys in the spaceship and there's a name? Oh. That was definitely just a Among Us reference. And when they said little guy, I was thinking they were going to go Space Invaders. Next step is bring me 10 babies, then I'll upgrade your computer. Will it have games this time? I really want to play that game where you decorate your house, hang out with the village. Okay, Animal Crossing. Hit your friends with nets, and yeah, it isn't even on computers. What are you talking about? Focus. But that game has bunny villagers too, you know? Sure, but you can't capture them. I'm sold. Goofy game. Goofy game. Still don't know how to get this one. Oh no, they started saying imposters. And they got cut off for non-serious, legal concerns. I still don't know what this one's all about. I don't have a shovel, I have nothing to work with. Well. And frankly, this is not the type of game that would make... I would say Kerbal Space Program is a fairly deep-cut reference to make in a game about kidnapping bunnies. How do I even get there? Maybe I have to get to them by breaking through walls. Oh, this looks fine. I should be able to get to them this way. Never. Yeah, back. And then I can undo that. I can mine this way. Drop. Go back up. Mine. Oh, no, I should mine there. Drop. And now I can kidnap all the bunnies. Or not. Bunnies kidnapped. Successfully bunny napped. I mean, a Kerbal Space Program reference would be funny. Just, I don't know, there's no bunny in Kerbal Space Program. I bet there's mods. I don't know, Kerbal Space Program feels like the type of game that would have mods that made it so that you could have whatever character design you wanted to replace the creatures. I don't know what they're called. Well, it just seems like if it has... Well, basically, I sort of assume that most games with an extreme modding community. By successor, do you mean Kerbal Space Program 2 that got kind of abandoned? Or like a spiritual successor made by someone else? Or the same people working for a different company? Association? It feels like it would be Kerbal Space Association. Oh, you know what? They're probably called Kerbals. Oh, agency is what it might be? Oh, that's a website. Wait, did it say something about... Oh, cool. Neat. There's not that many... I'm just looking at Kerbal Space Program. I didn't know that it was made by a studio from Mexico. That's cool. Just Japan, America are kind of... Japan, America, China. And in MMO contexts, Korea are the big names. don't even know what I want to try to do to capture this rabbit. So I'm gonna start at the top. See what I'm at here. Yeah, 81. There's still that guy and more. Yeah, actually landing here wouldn't be too bad. That gives slightly different... Oh! It does break the hard surfaces when you land on them. That's very useful. Can't go there for now. Goofy. Silly game. Oh, could that be... This game had stuff out a year ago about a future update. Okay, this is what I need to do. Well, not need to do, but I could do... different stuff here. See, my impression is Kerbal Space Program 2 had issues because of, like, publishing? Or the publisher in general, maybe? Yep, okay. Oops, I didn't dig, but this lets me dig down there. I don't think this actually helps. I was hoping it would help, but... Well, yeah. It's kind of... It's never... It's weird to phrase it, but... Seeing things that got abandoned is kind of always interesting to me. I didn't actually expect it to run through there. Oh, not the hanger again. In theory, I know how to catch this bunny, but it is a nuisance of a bunny to capture. I remember, I need to get it down into the bottom right, or I'd catch it here, way easier. Okay, well that's easy. Wait, that has a half bunny. Nope, that's just what these look like, or is it saying that I didn't... Yeah, it's a half bunny, which might mean that it needs to be captured differently? Weird, I don't know the rules. Oh, it's an invisible bunny. I don't really like that. So I could have landed differently. Like, abandonware is not good. It's always interesting to see what people have given up on, had to give up on, just because it's kind of odd. Oh, I can't dig down here. See, I can't actually do anything different. They do a good job of protecting that. What can I even dig to do anything here? I guess there could be a second rabbit. Ah, but no, there shouldn't be because of the title card. So when I enter this area, there's only one rabbit on the list. Maybe this one? No, but then I still have to catch it. Even if they become good friends, I still have to catch it. I thought I caught this guy. I guess I abandoned this attempt. Yeah, seeing like old, I don't know, threads on the internet. I think you mentioned that they have a wonderful smile. Any other way I can trick the rabbit? This is not meant to be a slight, but I think most babies, well, most human babies are adorable. There's some animals that I think are kind of when they're babies, but of course attitude does matter as well. And they could have an adorable attitude that some babies do not have. I don't know how to trick this rabbit. I guess I can explore the crossroads more. I have to say, food motivated is a funny descriptor for a human being because I associate food motivated with dogs. Okay, so what I need to do is get it to run through this tunnel, which would start by going down here. This will not work because I can't make it move one to the left. That's cute. Are they like a koala? Without all the, you know, general koala weirdness. I guess, do they like hugs and being carried is sort of the... I can't picture a baby that likes hugs that doesn't also like being carried, but like maybe they exist. Oh, I guess I could do that, maybe. How do I get it? Okay, I need to have it run to the right here. Then it'll go up. Then I can scare it one down. I can scare it to the right. Then I do this. And I do this. Actually, just a hug. That's cute. Spaghetti. Oh, I have a trap. Interesting. So he'll turn left. If I block there, he'll go left and he will loop forever. So if I blocked there, that would not help. That would stop that, but then he wouldn't go that way. I'd have to go here, but that won't work. That's fun. Though, I imagine they will become less manageable when they're able to run around. Which, again, referring to a person as manageable is kind of weird, but as a, toddler, it's fairly reasonable. My only... Like, I'm not much older than my brother. My brother, what I remember from when they were probably around that age is that they would chase me around trying to bite me. And it was annoying. Don't want to be bit by a young child for no reason. Yeah. Oh, you can't, because then your parents will yell at you. So you just have to run away from them because they're unable to run. And then you yell for parents, and your parents, if they're there, can pick them up and stop them. I think I need to interact with spaghetti over here. Maybe I need to convince it to go this way? Which seems impossible. Because if I convince them to go there, they'll go down. If they can't go this way, they'll go that way, and they'll go straight. I'd have to convince them to go up here, over, and down. But to get them to go up here, they would need to not want to go straight, and there's no reason for that. So I need them to not want to go left, which then need them to not want to go up, which need both of those blocked. I don't think it's happening. Oh, they can fall asleep if they get tired. It was either this or their heart bursting. This is a good ending. Is a pretty funny achievement. I guess that's sort of like other like options for sort of, do you like this? Well, if you don't do it to other people. Which is an appropriate lesson to teach. That's not going to do anything. So the only place that it could easily be tricked is at the bottom. I guess I can have it run down there, but then I can't have it go that way. Because I can't make it go left from here. This won't work because it is smart enough. Rewind time, please. And then if I spook it, it will go back through. I want this heart. I was going to say heart. I want this bunny to run out of energy completely. Oh. I mean, other than the almost falling, that sounds cute. Super tired baby. Just trying to reach someone. I'm surprised that this doesn't... I guess because they don't have enough knowledge to... They don't have memory. They don't have as much memory as they could. Well, I can go to the next level just to keep moving. I'm pretty sure I have to scare it down here somehow. And to this. Yeah, that doesn't work for obvious reasons. I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do eventually there, but... Black box. I'm just thinking about citrus, just thinking back in time. Do you have a favorite citrus? Because I don't know, citrus is a weird category to me. Of a category of fruits, mostly because it's... Yeah, it's just a broad category. And like, I like grapefruits because they taste nice and they are medically weird, which is interesting. Pretty sure I need to trick the bunny to get into the black box somehow. And then make its way out the top. I don't know, like... I don't know what type of citrus I would view as sweet. There could be many that I just don't know. It's kind of an interesting group though, because like lemons, you don't really eat them straight. You use them with other stuff, so it's kind of a different type of fruit. Maybe I need to block that off? If I block that, it will run over to here. Which lets me do that. Which doesn't really help. Except that is all I need to do. Because this, you know, grapefruit's interesting because it has a chemical, or I mean a compound is a chemical, but like it has a chemical that interacts with lots of medications. Like you always have to be careful about it. It's like from a, I don't know, from a science perspective, it's an interesting fruit. Kind of like relatively arbitrarily, my favorite number is 11 because it's a simple number, not in the math sense of simple, but I don't know what a simple number is necessarily. It might not even be a number, I might be mixing up terminology. Oh, it's gonna make it turn the wrong way. It's a very straightforward number. It's a prime number. And it's not like 7 million. It's a fairly small number. That won't help. This will run left. I could convince it to run downwards, but I can't really trap it here. I guess if I could get it to run over here, that would work well. Because this is a dead-end turn. Well, it's not dead end, but it's a blind turn. So it can't see the exit, so it would run directly into a trap. Which, if I could convince the rabbit, the bunny... Ah, I know what I need to do. If I place this here, place it there. Nope, that won't work because I still have to get it all the way over there. Place that there for now. Gets me that guy up there. But then if I go up, it'll always send it down. So I don't think that's what I want. Get it back to where I was in some control of where the rabbit was. The bunny, not a rabbit. That's not really a meaningful differentiator. Yep, figures. Because it has to turn left. I don't think I can get it to go to the right down there. Because it can always go left. There's too much space. Oh. Did your baby brother fall? Is that what you mean by he's down? Or asleep, down. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. How do I get this rabbit over here or above there? Out cold. Yeah, he lost the bout. Blocking that won't work because it'll just go left then up. If I stood here, scared it down, that wouldn't work. Be up there, I get him there, get him down one. Then you still escape down through that. I don't think I can change anything here. So I'm gonna look. Switchboard. Ah, that's funny. That's gonna be a nightmare. The only endpoint here that I can see is this one or this one. Yeah. It is just kind of hot everywhere that is, you know, in North America. I think it's summer. And it's summer and I hate it. So that always does that. I need some way to trick the bunny. Oh, I have 3 traps. I'm silly. I didn't realize that. I don't think this is going to work very smoothly. So this is what I want to catch him at. I need to block a bunch along there as well, though. Because, yeah, otherwise that type of thing happens. If I just block that guy, where does he go? Where would I input? If I input from there. Oh, he turns at the later turn. Okay. If he turned at the early turn, it'd be easier. Yeah, hopefully not super loud fans. Loud fans. I don't think I could easily sleep with loud fans, but I mean, I think fans are better than the heat most of the time. This will go up, left, left, around to there, where it will then turn. So I think it would end up... Oh yeah, misread the angle there, okay. So obviously it would go there, but it would turn left, and up, and over, and down. Then left. Oh, that turned differently because I was thinking left instead of right. Because yeah, fair enough. Maybe he'll tie her out in a good spot. Hey, he did. Cute. Okay. Well, I just know that if, for example, the only fan you had, which is not the case, but if the only fan you had was like a, industrial fan or something, those are loud. Which is not a normal scenario for a fan, but... How do I trick this rabbit? This is the hanger, but flipped. So I don't think... It's probably different in a couple ways. I have to figure out how. Oh, I can mine something. That's also how it's different. That changes a lot. What can I do with breaking an object? Yeah, like, quiet enough fans can be nice. Just the big, high volume movers are less what's used. So this will have it just running straight to here, but if I place this, it'll run over here. Can I scare it in a way that it turns here? No. Can I... I can't get down to here. Because I can scare it up. Actually, no, that's where I want to scare it. I just can't scare it up from there because I can't get beneath it. No, if I block it, it will go... not into too bad of a look. It'll go down because that's how it works. It takes the last path it has to take. In this world, no. This is a weird, like, ruins, crossroads, limbo-y sort of area. But for me, in reality, it is nighttime for sure. Yeah, just past midday. Can I do anything with that? do anything with this? I can do this, which will make it turn down, not up. And then it will loop. Oh. Oh, because the rabbit is not very bright. I forgot. Oh, it can see through that though. Okay, I forgot. Doesn't block line of sight. Well, I don't actually know the listed timing for the title update. It feels unlikely that it would be based on midnight in something that isn't Eastern or Pacific time. Which means that it would be earlier if it's midnight. If it's midnight Eastern, it would be an hour earlier. If it's midnight UDT, I don't know what the Greenwich time is called. It would be way earlier, and it would probably be out now, but it probably isn't. Oh wait, I already broke that. I need to get the pickaxe back. Okay. I want to know what happens if I hit the bunny with a pickaxe. I'm pretty sure it's just, it moves, but there might be an achievement. There's no achievement. What a shame. This currently gives me a little bit more space to maneuver, but I don't think it really helps. I guess if I just place this at the far right, I might actually be fine. Place it here. Yeah, it would be pretty unsettling. It would definitely serve as a fairly regular horror moment. Being chased by something and you think you're safe and then you're like, oh no, I have been attacked by, oops, a random guy. This is a weird level. Like, it doesn't really make, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really make use of most of the usual mechanics in that one. 2 traps. will not work because it will just run away. Because this bunny is too smart. Haha, the bunny is not as smart as it thought. Where do I even want to trap the bunny? It's very, all this bunny kidnapping is very rude. So put it to scale, it's kind of... a horrendous number of bunnies being captured. Not that that's that, unimaginable. Okay, so yeah, I can see around corners if they're short enough. If I could convince it to run up there, that would be something. That is a good spot for it to be. That's not gonna work. And this is not gonna work either. This just brings it back here. This won't work for obvious reasons. Then this will just go there, obviously. Okay, I don't think I know how to do this. I wonder how they chose their seasonal event dates for Title Update 2. Like, I wonder why they're going Wednesday to Wednesday instead of, well, any other day. Because, like, the actual date doesn't really matter. It's kind of interesting whether there is a deeper factor. I'm gonna chase this bunny. Well, the thing I'm seeing is July 23rd to August 6th. Like Wednesday, July 23rd to Wednesday, August 6th. It's just, to me, Wednesday's just a weird day. And that either makes sense or it makes absolutely no sense at all, I think. Oh, I have 2 traps. Whoops, that makes this a lot easier. Not necessarily easy, but... To look for where I can catch the rabbit. I don't know, I think Monday's Monday. It's like, oh, you start doing stuff for the week. Never the best day. Unless you're looking forward to doing something specific that is still busy work. Tuesday's the beginning of, you know, getting into the rhythm of the week. Wednesday's just kind of... it's the middle. There's nothing special about it. Thursday, you're looking forward to the end of the week. Friday, you're very much looking forward to the end of the week. It'll go down, yep. Can I do anything with that? No. Yep, that did what I would expect. I mean, it's... these levels are taking place underneath the normal levels that exist. Like, physically they're not in some alternate reality, but they're very much styled. I think they're very styled as like a limbo-y type of environment, and they're like, it's the crossroads. Naming wise, that's very, you know, limbo, stuck, unable to escape, unable to capture rabbits. Fun tunnel? Oh, funnel, fun tunnel, okay. These visuals are very weird. It's just very weird to look at this. It looks like there's a person on their side. Head, shoulders, pelvis, knees, toes, and then who knows what this is. I mean, I think it's mostly just desaturation in general. Like, I don't think it's necessarily specifically water relevant. Like a good old game of tag. Your little escape paths all prepared. And then no one can catch you. I wonder if a game that's the reverse of this could work. Or if there already is a game that's basically the reverse of this, where you're running away from something that has a set pattern. I guess that's what Pac-Man is. Because the ghosts in Pac-Man have some sort of bias for how they chase you. And while it's not turn-based, it is that sort of you're being chased and trying to avoid them. Well, I would say Pac-Man could be defined as a weird horror game. You're running from ghosts. For some reason, you're suddenly able to eat ghosts. Kind of surprised that that's their... Oh, yeah, no, I know why that's their priority. Directions. No, I have to leave that there if I want to scare it into the path. Then I can't grab that as easily. But I think this is it. I think it... I mean... To some extent, I have no idea what machicolation means, but it could also be, it could be a real word. Machicolation, a projecting gallery at the top of a castle wall, supported by a row of corbels and having openings in the floor through which stones or boiling liquid could be dropped on attackers. This is one of the things that sticks out. Cool. Thank you, bunny game. I learned a word that I will not remember. This guy will run down if I move down now. Putting this will prevent him from moving down, but then he just does the chess draw move of you can't move back and forth because otherwise defeats the whole purpose of the game. Oh, interesting. This can only go left because of how this game works. Unless I place this and then I can go right, but... That's kind of interesting. This can get him down there. And then he'll just go back up, so I can't do anything down here. Other than get this rabbit into a place where I can't catch him. Unless... No, the only reason he ran to there was because he was blocked. So he couldn't go up, so he had to run left. I can't get him to go there. Guess if I can get him to here, I could place that and chase him down. But to get there... Oh wait, I have to do that later. Nope, this actually might work. He'll be down in this zone. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think there's space. He always goes here by default. It's my interpretation of the visuals is that it is moss. Like, this is like an old ruiny sort of thing, which goes with the it's gonna go up. And so it's just, it looks kind of like, you know, statue-like, statuesque. Except statuesque has a different implication. Well, this actually just is almost it. Very close. And it will go left. I'm trying to scare it down here, but I don't think I can. Oh, I guess I have it to the right. If I get it to here, and then I blocked that off. It might work. No, that will not work because I can't block this off without having him move over. Because now if I do this, it'll run there, then it'll run down. That's useless. I think when I initially saw these bunnies, I thought they were covered in like garbage goop. Because I'm gonna leave because I'm stuck on this level, but because this level started out like this. And I thought these were garbage bags initially. But they are not. They are rabbit statues covered in moss. Weird level. These were all fun levels. I think I'm supposed to be able to create a baby rabbit here, maybe? Is why it's a half rabbit filled? Maybe the rabbits... Oh, this level. Maybe the rabbits worship the rabbits. Because, I don't know. These rabbits are relatively magical. Oops. They can live underwater. Their burrows have all these structures, which I guess could just be something pre-existing, but they feel quite magical for bunnies. I can get a bunch of carrots. That's about all I can do with that. I have no idea where to trap these bunnies. Because the only place I can think of is here. Because if I scare them and they somehow run this way, I'd have to break this, and I can't do. Well, no, I can get them to here with a carrot. if I scare this guy to reach here, I just need a carrot. But to do that, I need 2 carrots because I have to get it to here first. At which point I could then scare it. Ah, you have to get rid of that as well. That gets in the way. But if I get that, I would have to mine something else. Which would be one of this structure's objects. Is there anywhere else that has a similar potential as a trap? This area has 2 openings. I don't think it can ever work. The bunny's too efficient at running over here. I just don't see how it could be anywhere but that. But unless it's a mechanic I'm missing. This will always go the same way. Yeah. It does. It's very, like, old, rundown sort of vibes. It will not eat that carrot because it is not. It's not dumb. It knows that that's a dead end. If I had a shovel, I know what I'd be able to do here. But no shovel. Yeah. It's a very effective, you know, ooh, this is dangerous, not dangerous, this is old and run down and no one lives here anymore. Yeah, I still don't know how to do this one. There's one issue with this game. Being stuck doesn't feel very satisfying to try to figure out more. Like if I'm stuck. Bunch of other games, it's a lot more fun to figure out. Just go down. Oh, you don't even have a way to dig here. So unless there's some sneaky mechanic. I can't get further down. I can't. I don't think I benefit from trying to break out on the side there because I don't have a shovel. See, outside of a secret mechanic, I don't know how I'm supposed to dig down there. Yes, teleport to crossroads. These are the crossroads. And each of these has a level for each of the zones. This should be under one of the last levels. There's a space in the top right. Maybe I have to reach that from like center 12. I guess the half bunnies might be ones that I captured in unintended circumstances. Yeah, I can't mine to the right. And then I'm at the crossroads. And if I go to the bottom again, still doesn't solve the issue. This level, I don't have the freedom to dig down wherever I want. Which means that I can't drop here from any other location, so I can't, or seemingly I can't, break these. And land, and then break that. And then break that. Because if I could break that, that might matter. Day is it? It's June 29th. It's not the time for I guess because it's Sunday. That's why people are going to be firing fireworks. Even if it's not Canada Day yet. Maybe if I dig down there, it worked. Cool. Now I'm in a true nightmare. This color does not like my eyes do not like this color. I was gonna say this color doesn't like my eyes, but that makes even less sense. Yeah, something about the movement of everything and the color just doesn't do very well. It's meant to be creepy, I assume, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Shapes where I can trap a bunny. No idea. What? Dreams? NREM. Dripping tap. No idea. This music is very different. That's kind of fun. I think that music's quite fun. Oh, I hate house centipedes so much. So I can get behind freaking out about them. Well, yeah, but I mean, they're creepy. Because, I mean, it's kind of like, well, I was going to say tarantulas are not that dangerous, but I think their fur can maybe do weird stuff with your fingers if it gets, or specific types of tarantulas, but like, I think wolf spiders in Australia, they're very big and they're crawly, but they're also like incredibly not, they're actually like good to have around, but they're big spiders, so therefore they're freaky. Huh. I don't even know where to start. Huh? Well, dripping tap, insomnia, sedatives, earplugs, nightmares, hypnotics, schedule. I don't know how to escape from this level. Oh, I have to escape on a side? This is a weird zone. Weird. I mean, can I say I don't personally think there's anything beautiful about house centipedes. But if you can find beauty in them, then all the better. Oh. Okay. That's it for this level. I can start from this side. And I have to be careful because the moment I move there, it's going to be a problem. So it's not going to work. But that helps a lot. I mean, I think the only way to make a fly look nice is if it's like a stylized drawing of a fly. Like, not looking for realism, but just emphasizing the eyes. Actually, this might be fine. Got him. Kidnapped the bunny. This is such a weird level in every way. So this will send it down instead of up. I still don't know what these tiles do. Do they kill the bunnies because they look like water, or are they fire? Hard to tell. Well, I mean, I think dragonflies always look kind of cool. The only thing I don't like about dragonflies is when they, if you're lucky enough to have one like land on your finger, it's kind of pinchy. But like, that's, you know, fair enough. They need to be able to hold on to stuff, though it being kind of pinchy is reasonable. Like dragonflies. Oh, I never noticed that. Okay. Dragonflies, damselflies. There's something about them that's kind of cool and not, to me, gross. I mean, you get on the topic of pinching, it makes me think of, like, earwigs, which, you know, they don't actually pinch people with those, I'm pretty sure. But they do look pretty weird. Okay, so they're in a location where I could send them upwards. And then over there, that's useless. Oh. Whip scorpions, whip spiders are weird. They're kind of like a weird line where I think they're very creepy because they look like they're dangerous. Where house centipedes don't actually look particularly dangerous to me, but they're just, you know, something about them is creepy. Whip scorpions feel like they would somehow just end my life. Admittedly, I think part of the whip scorpion thing is influenced by, like, there was one in one of the Harry Potter movies. And it was, you know, meant to be sort of a creepy, a creepy crawly. And even in that, it was kind of set up where it probably should be more of an unfortunate creature instead of being, excuse me, like, ooh, evil, creepy, crawly, it just got killed. But anything like a fantasy, like a real creepy looking animal in a fantasy setting sort of inherently adds to the creepy factor, because like, oh, this looks fake, but it's actually real, so there's a certain impact, I think, to learning about, oh, these are not made up. This is a weird game. Softlock, fun name. And that's bad because I can't get there. Oh, wait. This is a goofy one, isn't it? Where you go down, you go back up, and you use that as a way to maybe do something, but not really because I can't get back. But if I could scare the bunny, it would be, yeah, I think this entire zone is a trick. Meant to convince you that this is where you're supposed to go, but it's actually not necessary or important. Though I actually don't know where I'm supposed to go if it has nothing to do with that. It's all very careful. Okay, that gets it there, and then I can't do anything. Just trying to get as deep into this world as I can. In fact, you want to go deeper, I have to go out. Interesting. I do have to break 3 of these, and that's unavoidable. How do I get over there? This is a repeat of a previous level. I think. Just a slight change up. I mean, I have absolutely no idea. Could they come to the game? Sure. I just would never assume they would actually bring them. Yeah, it would be cool. I mean, if it was story appropriate, I actually imagine they probably wouldn't add it in the base game at this point. Like, if they wanted to tie it into the, you know, ancient civilization type stuff, I would imagine they'd probably save it for the master rank stuff. I know this does that. I could pull it down here. Then get stuck. Can't put the trap here and a carrot. Stuck on the idea of carrot there, trap, carrot. Then it goes the other direction, so the trap does not work. This carrot feels likely, because otherwise I can't get up here, and up here seems like where I want to go. I mean, I'm thinking it's much more likely to be about an hour and a half than 3, but maybe... See what actual information they have shared. Available, showcase, people, monster, armor, tempered, 8 stars, arc tempered, new features. Yeah, it's just again a case of I'd be surprised if their choice of release timing is, yes, it looks like it's 2 hours, because its release date is 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 12:30 a.m. Eastern time, which would be 11:30 p.m. one time zone to the west of Eastern time. Which could be Central, could be Mountain, could be Central Mountain. I don't know time zones. Yes, it is. I think it was a kind of a level below the crossroads, sort of. You run across here, scare it down, but then I can't scare it to the right. It'd go left, then it'd go left, then go up, and it'd get stuck. If I put this here, then it would run straight down instead. But I need a carrot to get it out. But if I bring it out in this area, that would be better. I probably scare it to here. But then I can't scare it down. Because if I scare it here, it goes here, then I scare it, it goes up, and it's just stuck. Scare it with a carrot. If I scared it here, it would run back to where it was. If I did this, it's useless. And if I did that, it would do that. These bunnies are too clever. And Paquerette is too honorable. This might... Shoot, I have to not place that. This might work. Scare them down. Across. Can place this. Scare them up. Over and up. Block it, move. Got him. Maybe Paquerette should wear gloves, and the achievement was called Hasbun Hotel. which I have no interest in ever watching, but I know what it is broadly. Or I know what it is referencing because it's not technically has bun. I don't know what to do here. Because I can do stuff like that, and I can't get any further. Oh, it's gonna go that way. That's not gonna help. Well, the bunny is mated. And somehow I stole the baby bunny, but I was nowhere near them. That's magical. The wonders of rabbit childbirth. Well, I have no idea what to do here. I feel like I'm bad at math somehow. I don't think there's another way to get here, though. Beyond there being a literal another way to get here. From digging below or something. I can't make my way back up. Hey, I don't know. I don't think lore justifying Safajiva in this world would necessarily be something they would worry about, but they might. Then I'm going to ask questions, just don't anger an elder bunny god or something. Possible I have treats. That's fun. I think I look at this area a little more, and then I will stop because my brain is crumbling like these crossroads. More bunnies. Huh. Extra bunny fusion. And somehow that got me 6 bunnies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'm bad at math. I mean, the game is probably not going to take an actual dark turn. Like, not dark. Oh, they can't go into the tunnels now. That's cool. Like, I think the closest to a dark turn is already just going to, you know, the implication that bunnies, not all bunnies are good bunnies. And also the fact that this character is actively kidnapping bunnies. And they acknowledge that they're kidnapping them. Oh, this is where I went. I went down here and then here, and that's how I got... Okay. I should go back to the previous floor. Ah. Okay, I'd have to go back all the way to the surface. Oh yeah, I got more than 10 baby bunnies, so I have a new computer update. Yeah, little bean people stumbling around. Anyway, close your eyes. Stick your arm out. Ow, it sings. Ta-da! Made your computer portable. You now can access it at any time. How many baby bunnies for you to add? 1,000. Also, you're welcome. 1,000 noted. No backlight included on the Game Bunny Advance. Like the portable computer so far. It'd be better if it had the game. Yeah, alright, very cool. Anyway, I've already started working on a new major update for your computer. Will it have 20 babies? That's what I need for the update. Gotta catch them, quick. You meanie, you're not even listening to me. Can't hear you over all that sound made by my massive need for baby bunnies. Weird. This character needs a lot of baby bunnies for some reason. Okay, I can't dig anywhere else from there. I've already been there. This was the descent that I followed to reach the hub. Weird. I have one mining usage. I don't have a shovel here. What is the point here? There's no end to this particular zone. Can't land anywhere else. I mean, it would just be rabbit soup, right? Not lamb chops. Though you do eat. I mean, I feel like baby rabbits are lucky in that very specific sense where they're probably, I'm gonna say, more effort than they're worth, but I also think there is the context point of there's a French dish that I think has been made illegal in France at some point, or various points in history it has, that is like basically eating a whole baby duck or something that's just stewed in wine or wine, butter, fat, whatever for a very long time. So they would eat bunnies whole probably if it was tasty. People would do that. No one in particular. So to get this here, if I did that, there's a lot of weird food stuff that people will choose to eat. Some that is gross for different reasons. Okay, so if I could scare it here, it would pop out here and then it would carrot. But I'm pretty sure I can't scare this guy to the right because it will go left. And I don't think I can scare it up here. Wrench. Oh no, I've missed a lot of stuff. Great deal of skipping around. I could go here, which would let me approach differently, which I don't think helps at all, because it's no different than this. What I need to do is figure out how do I get this bunny to go down one space. If I did that, it would go through there. So that can't work. Pretty sure I can't break that. Yes, I can't scare it down here either. Breaking this would let me walk. Which could get me up there, but that doesn't do anything without it being there. I could be misjudging where I need to place the carrot. Really wondering if there's some sort of item carryover mechanic. This doesn't do it, because then he'll end up here and he'll be scared and go up. Doesn't help. I can't do anything there. This does the same thing effectively. I guess there is some potential with stuff like that. Where if I have a structure, I can keep it opened because of the movement. Still don't know what the tiles mean. They might mean nothing. I can scare it that way. Do. There's technically the option of like, it goes through there, then it runs that way or something. And then if I could scare it up instead of to the right, it could be a weird path into here. This is actually bad to have. Because it makes it so I can't actually trap it with the carrot. I'm beginning to believe this is not the approach at all. There has to be something else that I'm ignoring. Because this would draw the rabbit all the way anywhere in that tunnel. Really just need to look at going right in that tunnel, and I don't think that's it. If that's the goal, I don't think I can achieve that. Yeah, this is just looping the same thing. Breaking this won't help because then it's able to escape. I don't think I have enough to create a trap because that's not enough. This is nothing. Any scenario where that could be more than nothing. I do not know. I have not done... I mean, I made progress exploring. I've not caught anywhere near all the bunnies in this game. So I might play it again in the future, but it somehow does a very good job of melting my brain. Somehow it melts it more than Baba Is You. Probably just because Baba Is You is language instead of just, very restricted rules. It's more flexible. So I will halt end today's stream here. Tomorrow, hopefully, various updates for Monster Hunter work and all that, and nothing is broken because they could absolutely break their game. I mean, the last update made everything run worse somehow. It's actually kind of impressive that they made it worse. But they have a list of... Apparently they optimized stuff on the Steam version. And there's a bunch of other things they've changed, which is nice. I mostly am expecting it to just sort of exist. It'll be more... a couple more options to fight. Wait, so they're making adjustments to the dual blades, the hunting horn, the lance, and both bow guns. And they're claiming they don't want to do any nerfs. So they're buffing dual blades? I'm surprised the dual blades need a buff. I haven't used them much, I'm just surprised. Because just generically, they're fairly easy to use. It must be based on speed kill times. Or like optimized play. Huh. Surprising. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to expect more than, oh, it's just a few more monsters from basically any update they do. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like if you expected more than what you got, that's a very, I say, appropriate way to approach it. Personally, I think I got almost what I expected. It played a little worse than I expected, but considering the, release of World being kind of on launch, Rise was not amazing on launch. Well, Rise was better than Wilds on launch in terms of performance, but I would say I haven't actually been disappointed by Wilds because I didn't have very high expectations. But yeah, I mean, the optimal way to play them is if you don't care about necessarily having all the people playing the stuff that you can play online with, is probably just to wait till like the second, until the master rank, and then all the stuff for the base game will already exist. And then once the master rank, if master rank is out, you spend all your time on the base game as they expand the master rank stuff. And that would probably be the most effective way to approach it. Or by then the game is bad and you saved all the money. But yeah, not buying the game, or buying the game just because you're like, oh, the devs, is not, I think, the best approach. Because, I mean, maybe the game will perform poorly and it could reflect on them, but they are the ones that made the game bad to a certain extent. Yes, there's pressure from publishers and the company and whatever, but the consumer doesn't owe money for a product that they won't be happy with. Like if I'm trying to think of an example. Like if it goes poorly and they react like No Man's Sky has over the last however many years, then they can, earn trust again to an extent. I've not really played No Man's Sky. It's not really my style because it's too open-ended, but like they started completely horribly. It was like one of the most noteworthy failed game launches that I can remember. But they mostly turned it around. That's probably not what would happen with a Monster Hunter game. Like, because the reason that they have horrible launches is because it's stuff like not enough monsters, various things like that, which can't really be fixed, but they will continue to add stuff over time such that people love World now, but people were really complaining about it on release because it just didn't have a lot of monsters to fight. Like, it had more new. I think the new stuff from World is kind of maybe more than the new stuff from Wilds. Like from Gen U to Worlds was a bigger change than from Worlds and Sunbreak to Wilds in a lot of ways. There's a lot of other new stuff, but it had people were complaining a lot about how there was nothing to do very quickly, which I think is similar to Wilds. I don't follow anything about Wilds. I'm just playing the game. But either way, that will be it for today. I will be back tomorrow. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.